Yeah, who's this? The IRS, the Insane Revenue Service. Right, you motherfuckers. You're not taking any money from me no more. You understand that? I wish that was a real phone call. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something, okay? A couple of years ago, when I first watched, well, by the way, we're back, Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind, Muddy Slim. Segment number 3, we're going to be talking about income tax. There's a movie out, and you need to get it. You can get it free on trueworldhistory.info. You can get it off Google, I believe. Send me your address. I will burn a copy of it and send it to you. You can download it from isohunt.com. Aaron Russo would love it if you did this and watched it and passed it on to your friends. Called America, Freedom to Fascism. Talks about how in 1913 the big bankers went to Jekyll Island and under secrecy and wrote the Federal Reserve Act that started the Federal Reserve Bank, that started printing our money and loaning it to America at interest. And they also created the Internal Revenue Service, which is basically a collection agency for the bank. And you didn't take a loan out, folks. You did not go to the Federal Reserve and say, loan me $30,000 this year, and I will pay you back with interest. No. What you're doing is you're paying back. You're helping making those monthly payments for the United States government who borrowed the money from the Federal Reserve Bank. And when I first watched American Freedom to Fascism, you know, I was not up that much on the Constitution. So I had to read it. And I think it's Article 16 or Section 16. It talks about it. But the way the Constitution states taxes, okay, because I get a lot of people, when I start talking about taxes, how do you expect the country to run without income taxes? The same way they ran before 1913, before there was no income tax. That's my answer. The way this country ran before 1913. A lot of people think that companies start out with a big pile of money. Okay, let's say the Acme vacuum cleaner company, the guy wakes up one day and he just happens to have enough money to start his business, so he opens a factory, he buys the stuff, and he starts hiring people. And we have to give a portion of our money to the government, and that's how the government runs. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. The government borrows money from the Federal Reserve Bank, and they spend some of that into existence. Banks borrow money from the Federal Reserve Bank, and that's how come they're able to loan the guy to enough money to start Acme Vacuum Cleaner Service, and that's how it goes. And that's the money we're paying back, folks. The money doesn't start with us, it starts with them, and that's how it works. Now, the way the Constitution was written is you don't pay taxes that are a direct tax on you. A corporation, let's say the Acme vacuum cleaner starts a business, and they're a corporation, they're a business or whatever, and January 1, they're worth, let's say, $100,000. But by December 31st of that same year, they're worth $400,000. They had a gain of what? $300,000. They had a gain, a capital gain of $300,000. A profit. That's what they pay tax on, is their profit. You don't make a profit when you go to work. You walk up to your employee and basically you say, you know what I have in me today? I have 8 hours of labor that is mine. It's my private property. My labor is my private property, and I'm willing to trade 8 hours of hard work to you, let's say for $10 an hour. And at the end of the day, the employer's happy because he got 8 hours of labor from you, and he hands you $80. That's an even trade. I don't know if I guess you could call it income if you want, but basically it's an even trade. It'd be the same as if you said, I'll be willing to work 8 hours today if you give me that VCR and TV. Same thing. How come you don't have to pay taxes on the VCR and TV? Because your labor is your private property. And you're not making a profit by going out and working. You are trading something you have for something this employer wants and is willing to trade you cash dollars for. That's why the income tax is illegal. And I will be so glad when the Fed is shut down, the IRS is shut down, and here's what I would really like to see. I would like to see a Supreme Court judge order the IRS to pay back with interest everybody it has illegally stolen money from. I'm letting it sink in just a little bit, folks. If you work, if you own a business, yeah, okay, you make profits. A profit is, in the cigar business, let's say, I buy a box of cigars for $50 and I sell them for $100. I made a profit. I should have to pay some sort of tax on that profit. But if I buy them for $50 and I sell them for $50, I shouldn't have to pay a profit tax or a tax on it because I didn't make anything. Well, I'm offering something to my boss. I'm offering 8 hours of labor for, let's say, $10 an hour. It's an even trade. It's an even trade. All right, I'm gonna end it for the day. Silver Eagle 2061. You'll beat this, buddy. You'll beat this. You'll be back. Keep making those videos as long as you can, because you got a fan right here with Howlinblind Muddy Slim, and we've got to figure out how we're going to get together and do the cigar meet and greet. I suggest Jekyll Island, since that's where our tax problem happened. I want to go to Jekyll Island and see how these big rich motherfuckers live. The Federal Reserve makes a profit. They need to be paying some fucking taxes. Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind Muddy Slim, my CAO, Brasilia, Amazon 660, Maduro. They're about $9, folks. They used to be $7. And with all the attack on tobacco by our wonderful government who loves us so much, these are now almost $9. I got they're like $8.99. I'm serious. Don't get me started on that. I have to make another video. But anyway, August 30th, 2009. This year is passing by fast. In the Fed, shut down the IRS, start printing money, United States notes at no interest. Let's bring a republic back to this country, not a democracy. This country was given to us, as Benjamin Franklin said, a republic, if you can keep it. All right. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.